Hey guys, this is Juliana Downing Walker. Today, we're going to dive deeper into technology in our classroom and how we are making technologically advanced lessons. Our objectives today are to learn new and exciting ways to create lessons using technology, distinguish the difference between enriching technology and replacement technology, implementing enriching technology in our lesson plans. So we're going to be learning about them. We're going to be distinguishing the difference, having a conversation about that, and then learning how to actually put them in our lessons. Today's agenda, today we're going to learn about enrichment and replacement first. We're going to talk about some technology ideas to enrich or add to your lesson. We're going to be learning about some personal learning networks, TikTok and Twitter, that have tons of great resources on them. We're going to be doing an activity kind of like pin the tail on the donkey, except this is going to be pin the technology on the lesson. And then I'm going to get into an example lesson that I put together using 5th grade social studies to just show how you can enhance using technology. Studies have found that enriching what they're doing is adding to the lesson. It's a way in which the teacher can engage with the student, but gives them prior knowledge instead of having them work on their own. It provides teachers with data based on assessing students. And then it also allows students to practice what they've learned without having misconceptions. Whereas if you look at replacement, say you're replacing a worksheet in the classroom with a online worksheet or an online something to work on without the teacher's help, it looks like you're just trying to take up time in your classroom. It's giving no prior knowledge. It is trying to give the students something to work on, as in busy work. And it's giving inaccurate data because sometimes when students are practicing without having help beforehand, they're just practicing misconceptions. So here's a few products that you can use or ideas that you can use for technology pieces in the classroom. So I broke it into 3 different parts. You have the end product. This would be when you're wanting students to turn something into you. Interactive questioning. This is when you're wanting to have an interactive conversation in the classroom. You may pose a question and have the students answer on their device, and then you'll go back to working and talking. And then there's interactive classes. These are websites that are helping you to create a lesson from start to finish that's going to give you chances to have a conversation. It's going to give you chances for the students to show what they know, and it's going to be interactive throughout the entire lesson. Now, personal learning networks. As an educator, we should be working through learning and trying to find new and creative ways to teach and to get the information out to our students. So, personal learning networks for myself that I've been able to find these technological pieces would be Twitter and TikTok. Okay, we are going to now work on our first activity. This is called Pin the Technology on the Lesson. Our lesson is going to be the donkey, and we are now trying to find a pin that will go over there and match that lesson the best. We're not looking for which one we enjoy the most. We're looking for which one is going to engage the students the best and which one is going to give them the best opportunity to practice and learn. So the lesson is going to be teaching students about the water cycle. 3 ideas you have are show a video of the water cycle, use an online index card for students to practice the parts of the water cycle, or use a Nearpod to show the water cycle video, followed by a class discussion question and finished with practice of the parts of the water cycle. All 3 seem interactive. If you mention that the one on the bottom is the best answer, you'd be right, because we would be able to integrate both of these options here into this one. Technology is not just about adding a piece in. Yes, videos are engaging and students like videos, but if you're not doing something with that video, you're giving them the knowledge that's going to quickly be forgotten. Remember, we're trying to make sure that the students get this into their long-term memory and not just at the surface level. We are going to go through an example lesson that I have done, And this is for 5th grade. So let's go ahead and take a look at that standard. So here's how I would do this in class. Identify Native American or indigenous tribes from different geographic regions of North America: cliff dwellers and Pueblo people of the desert Southwest, coastal tribes of the Pacific Northwest, nomadic nations of the Great Plains, woodland tribes east of the Mississippi River. Students, what is it that this standard is asking us to do? What is our verb here? That's correct. Identify. But what is it that we're going to be identifying? Indigenous tribes from the different geographic regions of North America. Awesome. In order to know how to do this, what do we need to know? What background knowledge do we need? Yes, we need to know what geographic regions are. And if we continue to read this standard, what does it tell us? It tells us the different areas: the Southwest, Northwest, Great Plains, and east of the Mississippi River. Absolutely. So if we're looking at the information in this standard, it's telling us what geographic regions we need to know people are from. Very good. So let's keep going. And now we're going to build some background knowledge. I have a map here of the Americas. All right, in order to build background knowledge, first thing we need to do is we need to play around with a map. How many of you guys know all the different regions or parts of North America? So let's actually take a look at the Earth. Here you go. So we can see that this is North America. And we know that because this is where we're located, right here in Florida. And you can zoom in. So I want you to see if you can identify different areas of North America with your neighbor. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to break up into groups, and I'm going to have you guys read this article. Question. Now I'm going to give them a final PDF to read. This one they'll do in partners instead of in a group. They're going to do a game called Time to Climb. The cool thing about Time to Climb is it gives the kids an opportunity to have some fun. We're going to do random and let them work on it. Once everybody joins, then it's going to go question by question until they get all the way up to the top of this hill.